Hello and welcome to episode 5 of Arabic from Scratch العربية من الصفر. I'm Munazda, I'm English and Arabic tutor on itakai.com. For more information, please visit www.itakai.com or any of the links in the description below. Please note that this series is in sequence, so if you just got in here or you have no idea about Arabic, please watch the previous episodes before watching this one.
Okay, so we actually have only two groups remaining, the naughty letters, and the other group is other letters excluding the naughty letters. We said that the naughty letters only, why they are naughty, because they only attach or connect to other letters only from one side and not the other side. In this episode, we're going to take other letters excluding the naughty letters. They actually don't have anything in common. That's ta, va, kaf, meme, ha, yeah, so they don't have anything in common, so we just put them in one group. Okay, now let's start with the ta, which is very similar to the va. Again, your guess is correct. The difference is in the dot, as usual. Now we're going to learn how we're going to write the ta. Now here is the main form. This is the initial, middle, and final. They actually look very similar. No much difference between them. Okay, so now I start from the line. I go up, down, getting back to the line, and then a long stick. That's the top. Okay, one more time. So that's the top. One more time. How did I actually do that? I started from the line and I went up. I made like a curve and then I got back to the line and then my stick at the end of this. Sorry, my voice is like struggling today. Okay, so I made this stick at the end in here. So that's the top. Now in the middle, it's quite easy. I just make a dash, and then remember the actually don't leave your place. That will be better. Right. If you remember the sod and the dot, it's quite similar to this part, only without the stick. So try to do it again. So you already know how to do it. So that's the stick, or that's the dash. I'm gonna write over the line, and that's my top. So that's the middle. Again, that's my dash or my line. And here we go. That's the top. Just like that. Okay. Now let's take a look at the final form. My dash or my line over there, and then the top, just like that. One more time. Okay, so what's actually the difference between the middle and the final? If you noticed, take a look at the initial here. The middle, sorry. Doesn't want to write anything. Okay. This one, it has a dash at the end. It's kind of connected. But here, no. I don't have this dash or this line. It's not going to connect to anything. So one more time. I'm going to write both of them. And I read the letter. Line. So that's the thought in the middle. Here I give it like another line or a small dash to connect to another letter. And now here is at the end. So did you notice the difference? Okay, so that's the thought. Now let's write all of them together. Initial, I actually prefer if you just, you separate it between them. That your handwriting that will be much better. Middle and final. And I actually made it quite longer just to see what's the difference. It's shorter in reality. Okay, so that's the thought. Now let's take a look at the bot. So this is the main form. And this is initial, middle, and final. So, as it says in here, that's va, and yeah, when you're pronouncing that or then, that's the same as the th in these words. Okay, so it's exactly like the ta, but only the dot is the difference. So now I'm gonna write that again, starting from the line, making your curve, getting back to the line, and then a stick and a dot. So that's the va. One more time. That's the va. The more you practice, the faster you will be able to write it. Okay? I don't care about how fast you do it, but the matter is how accurately you do it. You know? Okay, so that's the that's the main form, and exactly like the initial. It has no difference except that it gives you like a dash at the end to connect to the following letter. Middle, and final. Cool. That looks. Trying to stick to the line. Just stick to your line, and then you will have the shape very good. But just try to stick to the line. Here you go. Actually, note that the stick is not. It's quite not in the middle. Like you don't do it on the top. Look how's this stick in here. It's in this place. Not on the top like the dot, or not at the very end. Just before the end with a little bit. Okay? So that's your va. Now let's try all of them together. Initial, middle, and final. So try to practice that. Now let's move to the next letter. So the following letter is kaf. Kaf, that's the main form. Nice and easy, like K in English, exactly. And that's the initial, middle, and final. If you notice, the initial and middle looks quite different than the main and the final form. So now let's see. The main form actually very easy, very nice and easy. You start above the line, okay, and you go down over the line, and you make like this clef. So it's very nice because it looks like I don't know, maybe a long L. I don't know. It's longer than L, so you don't shorten it. And here is the Hamza. The Hamza we're going to discuss at the end with the Alif. That's the Hamza. One more time. Start with a stick. You go over the line. You make the small clef, and then the Hamza. Actually, the Hamza, you're gonna practice the Hamza. Start from here, going there, and then getting back. It's quite easy. So that's the kaf in the main form. Now, how about the initial form? You start there and you go down. So it's like it's not straight or parallel to the main line you have in here. No, it's like it's going down, right? And then And then the next thing you do is you go down to the line and then you get back to the line in here. So that's calf. Usually we write it like that. Okay, so you have it in here, getting back, like you're doing triangles, but it's not as sharp as these angles. See, these angles are quite sharp. You don't want it sharp, you want it kind of a smooth, so you make it like this. Okay, now let's see. Right, that's the initial calf. Now let's take a look at the middle calf. Here you go. And so what you do is you do a dash, you go up, you make this hook or whatever, and the following letter is calf. Calf, that's the main form. Nice and easy, like K in English, exactly. And that's the initial, middle, and final. If you notice, the initial and middle looks quite different than the main and the final form. So now let's see. The main form actually very easy, very nice and easy. You start above the line, okay, and you go down over the line, and you make like this clef. So it's very nice because it looks like an, I don't know, maybe a long L, I don't know. It's longer than L, so you don't shorten it. And here is the Hamza. The Hamza we're going to discuss at the end, with the Alif. That's the Hamza. One more time. Start with a stick, you go over the line, you make the small clef, and then the Hamza. Actually, the Hamza, you're gonna practice the Hamza. Start from here, going there, and then getting back. It's quite easy. So that's the kaf in the main form. Now, how about the initial form? You start there and you go down. So it's like it's not straight or parallel to the main line you have in here. No, it's like it's going down, right? And then the next thing you do is you go down to the line and then you get back to the line in here. So that's kaf. Usually we write it like that. Okay, so you have it in here, getting back, like you're doing triangles, but it's not as sharp as these angles. See, these angles are quite sharp. You don't want it sharp, you want it kind of a smooth, so you make it like this. Okay, now let's see. Right, that's the initial kaf. Now let's take a look at the middle kaf. Here you go. And so what you do is you do a dash, you go up, you make this hook or whatever, and then you get back to the line making another dash. One more time. So that's the kaf in the middle form. It needs quite practice, but you're gonna do it easily. Okay? At the end, it's like the main form, no problem. You just attach a dash to it, and then here it's on the line. Okay? Notice that the kaf on the line, it doesn't go below the line. No, it's on the same line you have in here. Okay, now let's try to do them all together. Here you go. I started small, unfortunately. Okay, I'm gonna do it another time for you. Here you go, one more time. Okay, so that's the calf. To the meme, which is the fourth letter in this group, that's meme. That's the main form. Initial, middle, and final. Okay? Now how I'm going to write the meme, focus that the meme here, part of it above the line, on the other part below the line. Alright? So what I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to take this line, and then I'm going to make this small. Okay. Keep, I'm going to take this line, and then I'm going to write this meme thing. So you make like this cliff. This is a true cliff. So you make this, right? And then you get back to, you're not on the line yet, but you try to make a small line or a small curve, and then make a long stick. So what you do, that's the meme. Again, more slowly. That's the meme. Some people do it open, like this place, open, or closed. Usually it's about to be closed, like you see in here. So, that's the meme. One more time, you do a curve, you go down the line. So that's the meme. Now, the initial looks quite different. Okay, so that's actually the beginning of my name, so that's quite cool. Anyway, the initial in here, I start above the line. I make a circle, very easy, and then I go down to the line. But just don't separate. What do I mean by that? Okay, I mean you don't lift up your pen. You do it just like that. The circle, and then you go down without lifting your pen in that area. Okay. Now let's see the middle. Here you go. And then I go up, and then I have a circle, and then I go down. So it's like you're giving a dash, a right dash in here to the meme, to the initial form of the meme. One more time. There you go. Now the final. That's the final. What did I do? Okay, I give a right dash, and then a circle, and then below the line. One more time. A dash, circle, and below the line. It's very good if you didn't separate it. If you separate it, you will find you're going up and down the line, and that doesn't serve your purpose. Okay, so okay, that's cool. Now that's the meme. Now let's try to write all of them together now in here. That's the initial, middle, and final. Okay. Now let's move to the next letter, which is the hat. The hat, this is the main form, initial, middle, and final. Just the initial is the treble, but the I guess you will do it, no problem. No. Okay. Now the main form is like this. Like a raindrop or a tear when you draw it. Just like a circle. It's not perfectly a circle, but Here you go, that's the ha. And we have other thing, it's called ta marbuta. Ta marbuta, we're going to discuss it at the end of the ha. The ta marbuta is, I guess we already discussed yes, we did, on the ta. So, it's exactly the same, just 2 dots on the top. But forget about that, not to get confused. I'm just, I want to make a connection between these. And you should do so while learning to write. Okay, now the initial. Now what I do, I start from above the line a little bit, making my curve like that, okay? And then I do a circle in the middle, and then I get back to the line. It's not difficult, you can do it. Again, I start it above the line, making like not a complete circle, okay? And then I go over the line for a short time, and then I make a circle inside, and then a line. One more time. Okay, so here I tried to, like, you're trying to write a circle or draw a circle, but it didn't work that well with you, so you stopped, or you just didn't finish it, and then a circle in the middle, and then you get back to the line. So that's the ha, in the simplest form you could find. Okay, here we go, one more time. Right, so that's the ha in the initial form. In the middle, in each position the ha has a different shape, so you have to bear that in mind. It's all one letter. I made the dash, and then I go up to make this, like you're writing 8. Exactly, you could do that. You're writing an 8 in the middle of this. Okay, one more time. Okay, and then add the initial, the final form. Final form, it's quite easy. A dash, going up, and then like that. That's like the ta marbuta. Here's the ta marbuta that we did it the other time in the ta. Here is the ha. Okay, now let's write all of them together. Initial, middle, and final. Okay, now let's move to the last letter we have, which is ya. Very good. Okay, and this letter, the last letter in this group is ya. Ya, that's the main form. And initial, middle, final. Just for fun, when we teach it, we call it the duck. I don't know, it looks like a duck, or a duckling, to be precise. Okay, so that's the little duck in here, or the duckling. Here you go. Now how we're gonna write this. Notice that almost all of it is above the line, but just a small little bit, which is has the 2 dots later on. Okay, so and then 2 dots. So that's actually how we're gonna write the ya. Like you're drawing exactly like you're drawing a duckling, as they say. I guess that's very precise. Okay. No, that's weird. Okay, so you need your hands need to get used to that. And that's the ya in the main form. Now let's take a look at the final, at the middle, at the initial. All of them, we're gonna take a look at all of them. This is very easy, like the bat, the tat, the that, but only just in the initial, the 2 dots on the bottom, don't forget that. Now the middle, here you go. I guess you've seen that shape before. It's nice and easy. It has no problem. You're making the dash and then connecting it to the yeah. Okay, now the final all of it is exactly below the line. Now here we go. My dash, and then I connect it to the yeah, like this. One more time. Just like this. Probably it would be better if do it one more time for you. Just like this. Okay. So that's the yeah in the final form. Okay. Now if I want to write all of them together, but notice here is something we're gonna make them all of them together. Okay, so here I'm gonna make all of them together. Initial, middle, and final. Exactly. Initial, middle, and final. Okay, so that's more common. Now that's for this group. The other letters excluding the no T letters, we started the pa, va, kaf, mim, ha, and ya, and remaining only one group in the writing, and then we start getting the letters together. So stay tuned for the next episode to learn the last group.
That's it for today. If you have any questions, feel free to post them on italki.com or post them on the comments section below. If you are looking for private tutoring, pay us a visit at italki.com. Also, if you like this video or other videos, please feel free to like, subscribe, or leave us a comment. Stay tuned for the next episode. Assalamu alaikum.